and beyond.
For politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is KMTV. We are on your screen, we are everywhere. The best online Liberian platform you have. Make the best use of it. My name is Frank Artis, and I endorse this channel.
I encourage everybody to support KMTV as a very positive force for good, and would like to see you do more in this country. I fully endorse the work you're doing because it's constructive, it's positive, it's professional and responsible.
Greetings, my fellow Liberians in Minnesota and the Midwest. I'm Tracy Ashley Grigsby, your Consul General. I'm pleased to inform you that the consulate has commenced operations, and our mission is to provide professional, responsive, and citizen-centered services. Please feel free to visit our website below for more information. Thank you.
Let's see. Communications. Bringing the world closer to you. Liberia, Africa, and beyond. We are everywhere. From the cities to the towns, from the villages around, we bring the stories every day, keeping you informed all the way. News and sports, culture too, entertainment made for you. A trusted voice across the land, Legacy Communications takes a stand. So turn it on, don't miss a thing. Hear the voices, hear them sing. Together we're connecting lives, keeping hope and dreams alive. KMTV, KMTV, your voice, your vision on TV. Legacy Communications leads the way, informing and inspiring every day. KMTV, KMTV, the station for your family, from near and far across the nation, where your trusted communication.
And I tell you, we are your trusted communications. That's why we are Creative Bias Television, the broadcast network of Legacy Communications. We are everywhere. That's why we are here on this wonderful Monday afternoon. It's the 13th day of July 2026. Guess what? Just days to Liberia's 179th Independence Day anniversary. It's going to be a big thing. Last year it was wonderful. Across the U.S., across parts of the diaspora, let's put it that way, until it was captured in our president's State of the Nation address. And guess what? Minnesota made the headways. Where are we this year? What are we doing? What should be expected? I have with me officials of the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota, the mother organization of all the small organization, the tiny one, they are my organization, yeah, OLM, and they are going to be talking to us about the status of OLM, where we as a community, what are some of those things that we are working on, what are some of the challenges that we are faced with, what can be done to mitigate some of the problems in our community, and of course the upcoming July 26th, the biggest we expected. We are expecting to have. So they are here. Without much ado, let me just bring them on. Mr. Arthur Bia is the chair of the board of OLM. Mr. Kamati Dia is the executive director, and of course our powerful program committee chairperson, Bishop Julia Gibson. Welcome. It's good to have you all.
Thanks for having us, Cyrus.
And
Mr. Maji.
Mr. Boche, I don't know if it's your first time on our network of us.
Yes, it is my first time on KMTV, and I want to say thank you to the management of KMTV. We're excited to be here to discuss issues surrounding July 26 in our community. And so we want to say thank you to you for making this happen.
Mr. Dion, you are not a stranger, sir. Just move closer to the microphone a little bit.
Yes, I am not a stranger to KMTV, and like the chairman already said, KMTV, like many other media outlets in our community, have a very defined role to inform the community, the population, the diasporas, and back home of events that unfolds outside of Liberia and within Liberia as well. So we are opportune and privileged to always get news and event as it occurred in Liberia and in the diaspora. So again, I'm happy to be here. We look forward to this conversation.
Bishop, I know you would just share the microphone with the executive director.
Yes, absolutely. Hello, hello to all of you great people out there. Mr. Cyrus, we appreciate the great work that you're doing. This is amazing. Just being able to get information out to our community, to the world. So thank you for the work you're doing. Excited to be here.
All right, so we keep the ball rolling. Everyone excited to be here, and let's start up with where we are as a community, the OLM as an organization. Like I say in our intro, our mother organization, been around for many years, coming from being a student grouping to now an organization that leads the community. Like I said, capture in our president's State of the Nation address. Minnesota was on the map. Minnesota was to the war last year. So where are we as a community? Mr. Bocha, maybe you could pick it up, and then the executive director, Bishop Gibson, will not just talk about only the July 20th, you're not running away, so you have to talk about the community as well. So, Mr. Bia, let's hear you.
Well, thank you again, Cyrus. We just want to be out front to the community that OLM is still functional. OLM is here. We have seeking our mission and accomplishing our missions as lay out since our foundation, and so we have the community at large in our focus every day with our ED, ever powerful ED, always here meeting the needs of the community. This organization has never slept on our community. And what we have been doing, serving every member of our community, the youth, the elders, the disadvantaged, everyone, those with immigration issues, those that are new to the community, making sure that their needs are met. This become a one-shop center for the Liberian community. And we want to maintain it that way. And everything we have done has been to ensure that our community needs are met through grants, through solicitation from individuals in the community, through sacrifices, from people like Bishop Gibson, time ministry, but it's also almost full time with them. Ensuring that we have a community celebration. Okay, this July 26th, she did it last year and she's doing it this year. And so that's what we are doing. I know that we as an organization have not been telling our story as we should. But I'm hoping that this will be the beginning where all them start telling its story to the community in a regular manner. That the community knows what we are doing, okay? Because like everyone says, they don't see what we are doing. But I tell you what, there are individuals in our community who can testify to the services of OLM. Whether it is a single man who got trained as a nursing assistant that is making a living wage now, whether it's someone who needed immigration lawyer that we have to provide information to get an immigration lawyer to help them with their situation. We are doing everything. But again, we are going to start telling this story to the community here in the diaspora and back home, Liberia. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Edie, you want to take it from there? You listen to your boat chair.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I think the board chair had laid the premise for this discussion when it comes to the services that OLM provides. You know, like you rightly said, OLM as a community-based organization started in the early 70s when we have students from the Republic of Liberia coming to the United States to pursue further studies. And that group funded this organization. As time went by and the population increased, they officially registered in 1975. It became the Organization of Liberian Nationals in Minnesota. Over the years, this organization had transitioned from the political charged entity to a service-oriented one in 2010. When we had the board of directors. What usually become the executive director was then before called the president. The difference is that this executive director is not elected. He is an employee of the organization. The board of directors are elected. And then they go ahead and appoint an executive director that is directly accountable to the board. Even though this executive director runs the day-to-day affair of the organization, but his or her actions can always be checked. Now, what are the services that we provide? Like the chairman rightly stated. I could remember some time ago I was involved with some organization giving some my view on policing, community and policing. And I said, whatever there is a break in communication, there is a void that is created. And people fill in that void of what they perceive of the other people. So in the black community, they avoid between the police and the people that live in the community. Most often the police don't live in a community. The perception is the black kid with their hoodie that look big in the body, when he's part of the police is afraid for his life. He just think that
He's walking into danger.
Yeah, he walking into danger. That, and he got reason to be afraid. That kid also see the police and want to run away because he likes to do so, because there are other police officers that have shot black people. How do you bridge that gap if both the community and the police come in together and then try to have this conversation? So because OLM do not engage the community on the regular level, that void is created. And people that do not understand the functions of OLM and the services OLM provides, they fill in that gap with what they perceive OLM to be. And that stirs up rumors, unnecessary information, and gossip that has no basis, no relevance. Take for the typical example, we just have $400,000 approved by the state of Minnesota.
We're coming to that. Apart, let's leave that for.
So, but let me continue. So, what people think is, OLM just go, or maybe every year the government or the state just say, this is the money for OLM, you're taking. But we provide scholarship program, workforce development, through fundings from D. We started with the state of Brooklyn Park. That program, many Liberians and non-Liberians have benefited from that. We provide the elderly program, where most of our older people that live in those senior homes and with their children, they come together and engage one another. We provide what we call the youth program, where our young people come together to learn how to prevent violence, to learn how to go away from peer pressure and do self-empowerment. We also run another program called Service Navigation Assistant, where anybody walk through the door right now, they come to OLM. I have this problem. We might not have the solution, but we refer you to the necessary governmental agency or city agency to get the necessary help and logistics that you need.
And they've been working.
And they've been working. You come, you say, we want lawyer, we have immigration problem. We do not have a lawyer on pro bono, but on service that we can pay, but we have pro bono lawyers and other law entity that we know we refer you to. But those that come to receive the services, they go out. I don't know if they carry the news, but all I will say, okay, because all of them run the youth program, which means to say all of them get the money. Most of these funding we got is what they call reimbursement fundings. If we're gonna do the the youth program, for example, they say use your own money, and when you use your money, you show proof of the money being used for the specific purpose, and will reimburse you. Okay, and if you don't have the money, what do? How does OLM generate income? OLM is a membership-based organization that people should pay membership due. Nobody pay membership due. The other nice thing that OLM look forward to getting income generated is the July 26 program. But as it is, everybody take a share of that. We used to have 4 days: Thursday, county day; Friday, community day; Saturday sport. Friday the ball; Sunday sport; Friday. But as many other Liberian organizations come to the table with their different projects, so all of them just open up his arm, give up those days, but with one focus that we can incorporate everybody under one umbrella as OLM. Okay? And those are the things we do. But again, when people hear these things, say, okay, OLM get funding to carry on this program, the first thing that comes to somebody's mind is, boom, maybe they get over 200,000 or 300,000. No. Sometimes we have those grants and funding that we approve on that we don't even have the capacity to execute them because we lack the funding. Nobody gave OLM money. Nobody paid for them bill. But then yet they say OLM eating money. So what does the money come from to eat?
So the I know is a huge problem in the administration that were here before that left. It remains something from the community. Maybe Bishop will want to come in before we can throw it out. But you listen to them, Bishop. You've been around. You've seen it all. What can you
so I've seen a lot of this, and to be honest with you, the narrative that has been out there was that OLM is not doing nothing. What are they doing with the money? I didn't realize how much OLM does until I came to serve this community.
Okay.
People ask me, but you're a bishop. Why are you working with OLM? You know, it's not just about Sunday mornings holding a microphone. You've got to be concerned about your community. So I've served in other communities, and now somebody called me out. They said, all these communities, what about our Liberian community? So I said, okay. So when OLM asked me to spearhead this, I did it without even batting my eye. And I've come, and as I've sat here, I've seen the work that OLM does. Whether it's been TPS, DED, you name it. Recently, I walked in with Kamati on the phone, navigating through the whole DED process. DED is expiring. What are we going to do? And he was working on that. So OLM does so much, and people don't see what OLM does. And so, like the chair rightfully said, the story needs to be told. The community that's criticizing, well, don't criticize. Come and be a part of. Because if you come and you be a part of it, then you can hold OLM accountable.
Who do we blame for the story not being told?
Well,
who can we say should shoulder this blame or responsibility?
Well, OLM doesn't have the resources and the capacity to be able to, put out newsletters or send out text messages to the community. They just don't have that capacity. But if they had the necessary funding, if they had someone like being able to hire staff or have staff even volunteer to come here and do those things, the narrative will definitely get out there. But you see who's running OLM right now. Kamadi is running from most of the time. I'm even trying to track him down.
He's all over the place.
And
Making
usually
sure-
the two people you see at OLM is Kamati, Boche. Kamati is running, doing almost all the day-to-day administrative, you name it. He's just running around. And then the community, we're not helping. The only time we come is when we want to see whoever voted in as board member or executive director. Then we come in and then we're paying our $5. But when was the last time anybody contributed as Liberians? We have a lot of professional Liberians in the state of Minnesota. We got Liberians that are doing exceptionally well.
Well, yeah.
How are they coming in as resources to assist our community, to assist the underprivileged? That can only happen if under the auspices of OLM, we come together and we say, well, we're going to give to the work of OLM. We're not going to depend on grants that are given. It's like trying to hand a dog a bone and you holding the bone and you say, come and catch it. Because for example, there's 400,000 or whatever grant that's there. We can't access it. There's no access to it unless this community comes together and help to raise the necessary funding to make it happen. If we learn to pay it's only $5. The last time I checked,
$10.
it's $10. The dues are $10. Imagine how many Liberians are in Minnesota.
Do we still hold the number, Mr. Bochier, of 40,000? Is it something that we think we are more than that?
We are more than that. I can tell you that. And I want to speak to what the bishop rightfully
Stated.
articulated in terms of the challenges with our story not being out there. I think what I see in our community, and this is not a criticism, it's a life experience because I live in this community, I see it. We are very good at identifying the problem. Okay. But when you ask what is the solution, the people who are identifying the problems,
Walks away.
they walk away. So that's what we are facing at OLM. You get over 40,000 Liberians in this state. Okay. And at any given time, we used to have very good number of volunteers here. Okay. Now, volunteers started expecting pay when we started getting grant, with the understanding that once the money comes, OLM is supposed to access the money and have a free flow, so everybody start expecting pay. Oh, hearing that OLM get 400,000 from D, now people start expecting pay, and pay is not coming. They feel that the money is not being trickled down to us. So we are not going to be offering free services when the money is not coming to us. So again, we are in a catch-22 situation. We need to educate the community to know that the money is not capacity building. Okay, when we get a capacity building grant that pays for staff, that is.
Are you pushing for those as well?
We are pushing for it. We are looking for it, but it's one of those grants that you don't find a lot of. Okay, and if you find them, it is very competitive. Okay, so we are trying our best. We've been working on this with different organizations, Hennepin County, Propel, these organizations. We are looking out there to see if we can get capacity grant where the ED and 3-4 staff can be, on payroll. We all work. We all go to work on our day jobs. But we are asking people to come here and give us regular reports every month, every quarter with our pay. Okay? That's what the ED is doing. That's what Bishop Gibson is doing. That's what I'm doing, most of the time. I have to call in work, when OLM is pressing, we have pressing issues. I don't go to work. So these are the things that it requires sacrifice. And that's what we are asking the community to do, is to come and help. There's nothing here that is secret. We want people to come and step in and help, like Bishop Gibson is doing.
Now, more people, there's an open secret that people are kind of like losing taste, maybe because of the base information, or they're not getting the right information. People with accountability issue. How can you place OLM to get back the trust, get back people coming on board? What are you working on in making sure these things happen?
So, you know, go ahead.
Yeah, just briefly, let me say something about that, and the ED can go there. I think when I hear people say OLM is corrupt, OLM is eating money, the next question I always ask a person is, when was the last time you affiliated with OLM? And they will say, oh, that was 10 years ago, or that was 15 years ago. So again, it is something in our community about negativity, where if I knew Kamate as a teenager was a bad boy, Kamate as a 40 years old is still a bad boy.
Still bad, man.
Okay? We are not able to say, let me get to know this young man. As a teenager, he might have been troubled, but have he changed his life? Is he doing different things right now? So what I'm asking people to do is come to OLM, see what we are doing. We are being audited, for crying out loud. When
You have those other reports that you can
by the state. When we get these grants, they go over our finances and make sure that money is spent the way it was prescribed in the grant. So the state of Minnesota, Hennepin County, multiple times during the year, come here and look at our books. It is only our people who sit back, who do not come to OLM, that say, oh, they're getting money and just eating it. And you know what? People say, yeah, they have a reason because of past record. But we cannot continue to live on past record. Things change. The organization has changed. OLM never get $50,000 grant from the state before. OLM today is getting $400,000 grant from the state. That's a different OLM. So people need to know that we have graduated to a level of higher accountability. The community needs to accept that.
Oh, okay. Mr. Executive Director?
So, let me make some clarification on what the chairman was saying. When you get these grants, it's followed by a budget, a work plan that your grantor approve. So people that are in the nonprofit world will understand what I'm talking about. Some grant you develop your own proposal. Some they already get RPF available. So when you do the work plan, the budget, then you present it to the grantor. They looked at it and look at both your work plan, your budget, and everything. They approve it. And as you execute the grant, all right, what is within the budget, within the scope of the budget, is what that they approve is what they're going to reimburse. So how do they do it? So you say, okay, I bring this program here, I get about 10 students, that each of the students will pay near $1,000 for. And will pay the school. Then in that project, maybe you get a coordinator that run the program. That coordinator get paid for that specific program. Maybe the executive director, who's a supervisor, get paid within a few hours that he will put there on a weekly basis. So you present the proofment of payment for the budget that was drawn and the work plan that is consistent with the budget. Then you submit that invoice to your grantor. Then the grantor look at the budget, look at the work plan, look at the invoice that you presented, and see if it match and certify, then they reimburse you on that form. So if there any reimbursement that you did that is outside of the work plan, outside of the budget, they don't pay for it. Now, that one aspect of that. So the second aspect of it is that what do you even get the money from to pre-finance that work plan? So the money is there. So if you don't have the means to pre-fund that, maybe you approve about 300,000. At the end of the day, if you can only show invoice of $150,000, that's what you get.
Have there been instances where you have to let money go because you cannot pre-finance?
A couple of years ago, we couldn't. We had a good program with the Department of Human Services, where we even contracted some organization to help us, like the Liberian women and a group. We didn't even have the capacity to make the payment, but it's just a reality. So this is what we keep saying. All right, we say like OLM should have the means to sustain itself. You know, we used to have our other building over there. We used to rent it out to people every evening for party. When we rent that place for $500, if you're working with OLM as a staff, we're not paying you. You say, okay, my family won't use this place. We'll give you that discount. Even if somebody end up paying, said the whole place is messed up. That same $400 you pay, we're gonna take that same money again and clean the place.
You know,
Then the utility bill, the electricity that will go off for that whole night. So you look at it, you calculate it, it's not worth it. We have a mortgage to pay within two other building we got here. All right, the bank is not going to wait for you whether you get money or not. If you don't pay your mortgage, then they take your property. They see Liberian people will say, "Oh, look at they bought 2 buildings, oh, but they can't even afford it." So then you, as a manager now, the executive director is like a manager. So I looked at it and said, okay, you know what? How do we sustain this thing? That particular area we can rent it out, we give it out to the church to rent. That is a consistent income. What we get from the church is what pay our mortgage. So whether we have grant money or we don't have grant money, our mortgage is being paid. All the people say, oh, you take the community thing, that place for community hall, you could ask, okay, if we leave it open, will you pay your $10 due? No. If this place get closed, the same way they carry out their oil in the money, the same they say, oh, they pull buy a property, they can't even make they getting the money down by the property, they won't pay the mortgage.
Pay the money and
So-
take the property from them.
So then we decided, then 3 years ago, I started to work with Senator Susan Parr. And I would say, okay, how can OLM sustain itself as an organization? It should have the ability to create income for itself outside of grant. So we already pay for that property 100%. And when we're buying these two property, we did not even use that as a collateral. And the reason we did that, just in case this pilot project does not succeed, we still have the community property that Keppel Dwayne then bought.
it's been paid
It's
off.
been paid or it's preserved. We could have used that as a collateral, but we choose not to. It's like meeting something that your predecessor acquired, and then you try to mortgage that. We say, let's get this due one. So then we say, all right, now this is it. That play is paying for this play. What do we do next? We want to create a bigger community room that we can be able to pay money to get our activities done, because the closest place we got, Purple Rose, we got other places that take a lot of money from the community. If that money come right back to OLM, let's pretend if we have that place fixed. Our goal here is to get that place fixed. Even if we're making $1,500 a week, you times that by 52 weeks, that is about $78,000 a year. Our annual mortgage is less than $24,000. That is outside of grant. That income that OLM generates by itself. And OLM now, the appraised value of all of our property would then be in the tune of $700,000. Then you take that same amount, you go to the bank, you say, listen, I want a $3 million loan. You go to one of the city, acquire land. You use your revolving income that you're getting every month,
Getting a bigger one.
and then you use the projected income you get from your new community center. You want to build a community center that will be incubated with small business offices, like the salon, the tailor shop, and the boutique that will get all the Liberians renting other poor places. We want to incubate that in a huge community center that will do everything. That income go to all of them. All right. Now the bank look at that. and then look at what you already got, and look at what your projected income is. They will give you. That is the path we're trying to put OLM. So people, if you can't help your organization, don't help to destroy it.
And that's a huge one indeed, and it comes with a lot. And the community itself, people talk about disunity with everything that is going on. Not listening to all them. Everybody wants to do their own thing. How is this settling in with you leaders when these things are coming up?
As a leader for this community, I think that's one of the disappointing thing that I have to deal with. You heard the struggle that OLM is having. There is only one major event that OLM anticipate to use for fundraising. It's the July 26th celebration. When I came on OLM board, we have 4 days of celebration. Like the ED said earlier. We have the county day, which was Thursday. We set up and open, to mobilize the community. Everybody come. We have the march in the yard here, all day. All the counties come with their cultural artifacts and everything that, each county represents. That mobilizes the community. And then we have Friday for the dinner ball. And at the county day, we're selling tickets, we're selling t-shirts, we're selling caps, all of these things are being sold. Okay, and then the ball comes, and then after that we have the soccer event, which goes on all Sunday. That also provides funding from vendors who are coming to sell on the field. All of these things used to give all them money that after the 26th, we have some seed money to carry on needed repairs and, activities around the organization. Now, every July 26th, you have 4 or 5 different events challenging all them July 26th. And that's one of the things that is really complicating the problem we are facing. It's individuals and other groups now budging into the one weekend that OLM set aside for fundraising. And if I can appeal to anybody in the community, any organization in the community, is to make sure that we all, July 26th weekend, put that weekend aside. We can do everything 51 weeks. But the July 26th week, to have OLM use it, the mother organization use that weekend, and we all come together. It's to raise fund, but it's also to show solidarity as one community under one umbrella. And that's what is, I have to say about the concern on July 26th.
You probably want to.
Yeah, you see, what the chairman is saying, giving all other things with constant is what will normally happen, but it won't happen. And we understand that other organizations have the right to exist. Other organizations will be registered and do those things, But I think our focus has been how do we put everybody under the same umbrella. Every community group has a unique role in what they do. Take, for example, the organization Liberian Women. They do a heck of a job. They have their specific strength in what they do. You have the Ablao Sports Association. They have their own things they do. You have the focus group. You even have the sports community. Yeah, where predominantly young people that do the around the yearly,
Around the hour.
Then you have the Liberian Sports Association. All of those things. What we are saying, and other organizations that name I have not made listed, they all have the specific role to play in the community, and which of course is fine. Okay, it all adds value to our community. What we are saying, OLM is open to open their arms to everybody. We always should present a united front, solidarity, like the chairman said, you know, because you might in your own various areas carry on specific things that is very vital to the overall good of the community, that is impactful, that brings in added value to the overall sanity of the community. But what we are saying, it is even better when we collaborate, when we come under one umbrella. You know, if we have this collaboration and we interact, people will get to understand one. And the last thing something the chairman talked about, and I want to bring in, is that listen, it is always good to hold people accountable. It is always good to criticize. But ask yourself, I want to be the only thing just to criticize and buy more of the organization. What can I do to help the situation of the organization? Because I'm a Liberian. Do we ask ourselves that question? Or our role should only be to criticize and disparage what other people are doing? You know? Now, in this public manner, I want to thank all the OLM volunteers, past staff, and current staff that have continued to work with OLM. There are some of them that during those times OLM didn't have a dialogue. They stay volunteer for years and years out. I don't want to call names, because if I start calling names,
You get in trouble.
I will in trouble. I'll leave some people. But I just want to let you know that OLM know you. We appreciate you. You have the services you have provided to the community when you didn't have, when we couldn't give you $1, because it's on your hard work, the sacrifices that you've been making, that have far OLM reached this far today. For that, I want to salute all of you and say thank you to you all.
Now, before we bring in Bishop, don't you think, by like you said, your leadership decided to just open your arms up and give people the opportunity to free flow? Don't you think that made you to lose hold of what you had when it comes to controlling the community? And if so, how can you regain that?
So it's been misconstrued. I am open up to bring about united front. The strength that we have in this community, if we can redirect that strength and energy, we have elected Liberian representative, elected Liberian council member, elected Liberian Senate. We have tons of elected officers represented that will better represent our interest. You see, I always use the word, I say there are two words in politics: asset and access. Asset is what you own, tangible. Access is having the ability to get entry somewhere. Okay? If we do not have our own, we will have to network and collaborate with other people that are not our own for the sake of our community. And those can be a very tricky and difficult and delicate role to play, because I still feel that there is strength in our community among the young people. I still feel that we can garner that energy, that support, and turn it for the betterment of our community. I still have not lose hope in that.
And as you conclude on that, you talk about the young people. Young Liberians raised or born in the U.S. often have different experiences or are thinking differently than you who came here, or we who came here as adults. How are you managing to make sure that they can be integrated into what you do, so that they take over from you and not just sway away from the culture?
You see, there's a very, very, very complicated balance. There is a way I will talk to Arthur, despite the fact that he bought here. But let me put Arthur off the picture. I'm the executive director. There's a way I will talk to Sis Julia. I always use Sis Julia. Okay? And even though all my gray hair.
She also got gray hair.
Yeah. Yeah. But what I'm saying, we that were born in Liberia and raised up during our generation, there are certain way we go about talking to people that is enshrined in our upbringing. I cannot feel comfortable calling says Julia. I will feel that something is missing. There will be a way I can tell says Julia the fact, but I will choose my wordings. Now, how do you relate that to the current young generation here? They will say, "Oh, I just seen the fact." No, you can say the fact and still be respectful. You can say the fact and taking into consideration that you are speaking to a person older than you. We came from a culture striking that balance. Sometimes when I only feel talking to these guys, when they're talking to me, people can be looking at me, I just smile and laugh. I say, I understand it. You know, I understand the difference in those generations. So oftentimes people of my generation will look at it differently. Some will be angry, they can't even take it. But I will always put up a smile and say, you know what? Let's keep going at it. The key to success is consistency in actuality. When you are doing the right thing consistently, there will be no other result than success.
Now, Bishop Gibson, I'll have you take this away. You can come a little bit closer.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
You headed the BK celebration last year, by far in the diaspora community. Minnesota was, late. Put it that way, and I'm hearing a lot of people coming again from what they saw last year, and still with the young people. You saw the way they took over. You saw the parade. You saw the circle activities, the ball, and all of those things. What impression did you get seeing them stepping forward for the first time in that formal manner?
Well, I was very proud to see what our young people are doing, and it's always good to see. It's always good to see young people doing things that are productive, and they organized it. They came up. They stepped up. It was magnificent, and my only hope is that as we have been speaking around, around the table, that they will channel that same energy to other things in our community in a positive way. So, in other words, embracing the work that OLM is trying to do in the community. As the executive director rightfully said, no one is trying to take anything from anybody. Collectively, we can come together as a people, as Liberians in Minnesota, and make this bigger and brighter. But it will take the whole community coming together, the young, the old, the bold, and the beautiful. All of us, everybody can come together and make this happen. So what we tried to do this year was to connect with every single organization. As the ED said, we wanted to present a united front. We've got people coming from all over the United States to be part of this. We got people even coming from Liberia to be part of this.
Taking their vacation to Minnesota.
Taking their vacation to Minnesota. Minnesota is on the map. We have an opportunity to take this and run with it. Make it bigger and better. And so the hope is that even the young people, whether it's the Baro IE people, the
Ablao, around
the
the owl.
women of the Liberian women in Minnesota. We even reached out. We reached out to the Liberian American veterans in Minnesota.
Okay.
One of the things I'll have you know is that Liberia has produced a lot of brave young men and women that have served in the military for many years. And so one of the things we're trying to capture during this July 26th program is, yes, Liberia at 179, America at 250. Liberians have played a brave role in the history of America. Well, if we were to even go back to history, we will see that that the history of Liberia is intertwined
Intertwined in
with that of America.
Americas.
So this year is a very special year for the celebrations. That's why we're bringing to light our veterans. We're honoring our Liberian American veterans.
Okay.
Brave young men and women, and of all ages. We got some that served 21 years ago, 23 years ago, 25 years ago. Then we have some that served within the past 5 years. Some are even still serving. So we really, really, really want to bring that into play during this July 26th celebration. We're going to be honoring our Liberian American veterans during the ball. So these are the festivities.
I was just going to let you just flow into that since you already
going into that.
have the
These
back.
are the festivities. March, we're going to march from the Liberian consulate. A lot of people have, July 24th, that Friday, we're going to march from the Liberian consulate. You know, a lot of people have heard that there's a Liberian consulate. Some don't even believe it because of the same Liberian they say. So some don't believe it, but this is an opportunity. We're going to hoist the Liberian flag at our Liberian consulate, and we're going to march from there to City Hall on Friday, July 24th at 11:30. We want people to start assembling by 10:30 so we can be on time with the march. Then we're going to go on to the Marriott Hotel, Marriott Northwest, at 6 p.m., where we are going
Same Friday,
July 24th, where we're going to meet and greet our one and only Lone Star. We gotta come and meet and greet them.
the national team, you mean?
Yes,
Okay.
the national team, 6 p.m. at the Marriott Hotel. Then at 7 p.m. on July 24th, same Friday, we move into a dynamic twins ball. And this ball this year is not just for older people. It's for the young and the old. We're all coming together. And like I said, we're going to be honoring our dynamic Liberian veterans. We're going to be honoring our Lone Star, our national team. You know, this is a no-brainer. They're coming to Minnesota. Every Liberian should be excited and should be there. So then after that, after the Marriott Hotel, you know, people always looking for stuff to do. So those that still looking in the wee hours, they will go to Purple Rose. On Saturday, July 25th, we have a youth festival. And that youth festival, we're going to have vendors there from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. All things Liberia. We're showcasing.
Okay.
It's going to be everything from music, food, clothing. Everything is happening there. Then we're going to have the Mighty Barrel and IE games on that field as well. And as of now, that is happening at the Northwoods Park field. But all this information is going to be published on the OLM website, and we're also going to send that information to you. Then on Sunday, there's an Independence Parade. The young people, our young people, we're embracing them. It starts at 11 a.m. And then all roads lead to the Lone Star games, the Lone Star versus Minnesota UFC, to that friendly soccer match at 5 p.m. I think every Liberian, if you don't even like soccer, you should be there to support our young people, our national team. We've got tickets. The tickets, $50, general tickets, general admission. And with the general admission, we have
Ticket to the ball, right?
Yes, to the ball. So the tickets for the ball on Friday, going back to that, We have $50 tickets for general admission, and people can also reserve tables of 10. So $50 ticket, $500 for that table.
Okay.
Then we have the VIP tickets, which are $100. So even with that, we have reservation for tables of $1,000 for the $100 VIP tickets.
Okay.
Then we have the $1,500 tickets, which are for the paid.
That's the 150.
That's the 150. The
And the table is a
$150.
$1,500.
Yes, the table is 150. We're encouraging people to get the tables, and it's easier to get the table. People are thinking, oh, who can we pay $1,000 for a table, or $1,500 for a table, or $500 for a table? It's simple. You just get your group of friends or your organization or your association, and everybody pay for their tickets, and you guys
Just group it up and
group it up
get a reserve.
and reserve the table. Then we have opportunities for vendors, and that fee is $350. We are getting a blanket permit that you don't have to go and get your own
License.
permit, and that's happening on Saturday during the festival. So it's $350. We provide you with an 8-foot table, 2 chairs. Liberian people, you'll come. That all roads lead to
The celebration.
the Friday weekend. Let's turn it up and show Minnesota that Liberians are here
Yes.
and we're united.
Where are the
Thank you.
counties? Where are the counties in all of this? What are you hearing from the county organizations?
The last year we had a day for the counties. We give them their own day, and we even had them assist, because I told the county heads, I cannot plan a day for you. I want every county head to be part of the planning process for the county day. We only have 4 counties show up, and even the counties that showed up, it was the same narrative. They're not doing anything. We want a report from last year. We want a report for this, for that. And some of them even owe us for the tables they got. But we're not dwelling on that.
So how you
We
not
want to
get,
see
how are you
everybody
not
this year.
why are you not presenting these reports with the fact that you owe us? Let them be known in the report. Are the reports there? Is it public? Can people access it?
The reports are going to be made available. One of the reasons why the report hasn't shown up yet is because we're hoping that there are 2 organizations that still have an outstanding balance for us. And we're hoping that if we could just get that through, then we could present a final budget. We didn't want to come back with a revised budget. We wanted a final budget that we could present to the community. So we're not hiding anything. We have a comprehensive budget that we did for last year, a comprehensive financial report from every activity of the celebrations last year.
So can you assure the public, because these are things that people will want to have reservation about, we didn't see anything from last year, how are we going to be into this year, that these reports will be made available months after the celebration. Is on OLM website. People can go there and see. Like you said, the information dissemination is the most important thing, and
It's
it starts
critical.
with these little ones.
It's critical.
So let me speak to the report thing.
But before you get there, I want to make one final appeal to our Liberian businesses, my people. We got businesses that are doing very well in this community. They should be running to support us. They should be this year. I think because of this 400,000 last year, I had some.
I think that's the elephant in the room, and
Yes.
after the Independence Day thing, we'll come into the full.
Last year, I had a lot of support from vendors. This year, because of that 400,000, everybody are putting their money. OLM got money. OLM got money. We're not supporting. So I'm begging y'all, please hear me. We need your support from $500, $750, $1,000, $1,500. Anything y'all can give us to make this reality. We want you to be part of the history making of this place when we're able to raise the necessary funds to get this whole place overhauled, so that Liberians can also say we have a
place to go.
state-of-the-art community center. Thank you.
So now let's come to the elephant in the room. What you deal with the 400,000? You got 400,000. But on a serious note, it's on the lips of every Liberian. I know I was here when the pronouncement was made. I know Senator Farr tried to, explained, what happened. But since that meeting, where are we? Firstly, bring us up to speed with this 400,000. I know it is there.
Yeah,
we don't have to go back to where it came from.
Yeah.
But since it is there, what do we do?
Okay, so there are two issues. I mean, there are two 400,000 here. So last year, OLM got a grant year before, which was 2024. We got a grant of $400,000, reimbursable grant from the state of Minnesota through the Department of Employment, Economic and Employment. We got that 400,000. Okay, that was for workforce development. And this deal was to train nursing assistants. It was to train medication assistant, TMAs. And the way the grant works, we have ABC as our fiscal agent. This money never hit our bank account. It's the money that the state gives, and then they have the fiscal agent, which was to get 10% of that money for doing that, because OLM did not have the capacity to have not handled that money before. So that's how it was set up. And when we train these nursing assistants, they come here, we do evaluations, we send them to the nursing assistant school, we pay the tuition, and then we send a receipt to the fiscal agent. And then they reimburse us. I'm coming. They reimburse us on that. And so, again, if we don't have the money to pay the school does not give us the clearance, the money does not get clear. Okay? And so, this 400,000 is not money that was given to OLM, to the leadership, to say, here it is. Okay? Take it, run OLM with it. No. It was defined for a specific program to train nursing assistants and to train medication assistants. So that's the first 400. The second 400.
And was the entire 400,000 expended for that program?
So let me come in and get clarity on that.
Just draw the microphone to you a little bit.
Like what the chairman said, all right. When you get approved, this is directly from deed. We get approved for this grant for workforce development. You got a portal that they gave you, you train your staff. Yes, we have a fiscal agent, which is ADC, and naturally, the fiscal agent, someone take 10%, depending how the grant is stipulated. So naturally, if you get 10%, I should go to a fiscal agent. But here is what you do now. That money is what they say is what is available based on you using your own money. And then when you use your own money, consistent with the work plan and the budget, and you show proof of payment disbursement, then they reimburse you. So we had that going on from 2024 to 2025. We could not even use order that we even asked for the extension in order to be able to exhaust that. And we are still at the current. It ends this year, June. Okay? So what the chairman is trying to say is, when that thing came about, first people say, oh, they get over 400,000. It doesn't work like that. Now, we don't train the students. We go to the different nursing schools. We get 2 Liberian nursing schools that were part of that project. In fact, 3. We got North American Medical Academy run by Jeremiah Poja. We got JJ School of Technology run by Tio Yima. And then we got Accelerated Nursing School run by Mesh. Then we also got North Metro Medical Academy, run by one Elizabeth, a Kenyan lady. So we outsource these to these schools. So when the school train the people, they submit the invoice to OLM. OLM will have to pay for that invoice and take that invoice and submit it to DD before DE pays. And mind you, DE will tell you, say they will pay you within 30 to 60 days. The poor get the problem, they say dry does sweet, but what will you be eating for the dog get dry? You know? Now, here is the organization that have no liquidity, no cash running. But then the perception over there is 400,000. So sometimes we delay in paying those schools because we don't have the money available like that for the program. And so that's how it is. Well, when you're trying to explain with the first 400,000. Now, how do all them benefit from that? Our staff that will volunteer before then will give then the position to be like you the coordinator for this particular program to help run the program. Then I would the executive director now, I become the supervisor. So it's how we get paid. So if we don't have a program, a project, all by itself cannot pay me. Cannot pay my staff. So what happened to those staff when there is no project, when they didn't have no money? They go. I'm the only person left.
The doors remain locked.
The door remain locked. I'm the only person here. So like you work, you expect pay every 2 weeks. No, I don't. I only get paid when I go out there, get funding for a project. Then in the project, I get paid for the hours I work on the project.
By supervising.
I'm supervising the project. All the hours I spend here at OLM office here at ED, when I get people calls coming in, you see me 24/7, I don't get paid a dime for that. A dime. But I don't want this to continue because today, when I decide to step aside, another person that will come after me might not be in that position to make the sacrifice. That's why we want to leave OLM a sustainable organization to attract qualified Liberians to continue the touch.
Now let's time is fast spent. This 400,000 that is sitting.
Yes.
Where are we?
The 400,000 has been approved by the state. It first goes to DED, the department. Then the D will send for us. We'll sit down. We'll draw a contract. We've already received communication. So when they draw the contract, they'll look at the bill. What the bill says specifically is for renovation modification of our existing community center. It also has
That's the second 400,000.
That's what I'm talking
one
about.
that-
The one that
just
is
passed.
that is just passed.
So to renovate, modify our building, okay, it include a small portion there for equipment and furniture. So our goal here is Suite 200. We want to just break all the walls in there, leave it open, okay, build it up, put furniture, the kitchen part, we put commercial sink there with refrigerator and everything that we got here, and get a big open space that at least the space will be at least over 1,250 square feet compared to what the current space is. Now, our anticipation is to have events there. So let's see if we even have the minimum of one event a week, and we say that one event we have a week, we're charging 1,500 for a new fixed play furniture, everything, and we'll get 52 weeks in the year. That is about 78,000, like what I was saying. That 78,000 there is access that all of them get. Okay? Then our mortgage for the whole year is under 24,000, about 122,000. We'll take that up. But here is two things that benefit us. We can look at the value of our property and then go back to the bank.
Like you said previously, and get a bigger arrangement.
Get a bigger arrangement, get a bigger place, or we can get a bigger community center that will be incubated with small business center, all the Liberian business, small business that are in all the buildings around here.
Can now rent from their
They can
own.
rent for their own Liberian community and bring that resources back. Then we had a big place for all. We had our sporting activities, like the indoor sporting and stuff, and then we can still convert it to a big hall for parties.
So when this whole process goes through with the grant and all of that, where do the community step in? What do we need? How can we get started?
We need to start fundraising, because at the end of the day, after we do the contract and everything, we need to use our own money in order to get reimbursed.
And what's the percentage on that?
The full percentage will be reimbursed. So if we raise the first 50,000 and we give it to the contractor, as the contractor draw down the plan and we pay them that money, we take that money, we submit it as an invoice. Then they'll look at that invoice, then they pay us that money, then we'll take that money, then the next pay will just be drawing down on it gradually until the year it takes to expire. If that time reaches and we can't draw down on it, then the money go back. But it's not a physical cash that it gets waiting say, oh, we'll give it to OLM. They just say, OLM, you are approved for this, given the condition that you can raise your own money. It's like to say, they give you a ticket, you go to the court, they say it's a conditional dismissal. They dismiss the condition, hope that you will not get no other moving violation until that time is over. But when you get any moving violation, that crime activate. So all of you get it. Until this time, within the period of time, if you can draw it down and use all, it's for you. If you can't draw it down and use it,
It goes back to
the state.
So that's where we are as a community people. You listen to your leaders, and I'm sure after the July 26th, that will be the next big thing. Are there plans to jumpstart this fundraiser? Are there plans for a town hall meeting, general town hall meeting to present it to your community? Because if you don't, then you still have this misinformation.
We intend to be having a periodic town hall meeting. We intend to be updating our community on these things because, like we said, and the chairman said earlier, if there is a break in communication, there is a vacuum. People perceive, they fill in that gap, that vacuum, what they perceive of the other people. So this thing over OLM that is dark cloud, people, all the negative thing is attributed to OLM. Maybe, hopefully, as we talk, bring out these things that we do, let the community know. Most people will understand that, and they will just get some that.
Like Bishop Gibson was outside since she got in.
Yeah.
She said she know what it is.
Yeah, some people will be there. They will just put their hair in the extras, like Usher put her hair in the sand, and no matter what you say or do, they just won't change. And like Pastor Olsen said, that is also okay. Yeah.
I mean, Edie, I am always an optimist. Okay? Even if people put their hair in the sand, you will find another Bishop Gibson, you will find another Kamate Dien, you will find, another, what's her name? Edward, that will step up and give time. I know there are many good Liberians out there. And so I know people are listening. People will step up and say, you know what? I heard you guys over KMTV and Kamate, that's why I'm here. What can I do? And that's what we are looking for. Because you know what? If we don't do it, nobody can do it for us.
Another big thing, Mr. Boche, is the structure of your board. It's been 3 years since 2 board members stay away out there in Liberia. What do your laws say? What can you do about that? Because that's something that a lot of people are talking about. When can we have these board members back, or can we replace them? What does the law say?
Well,
probably give us status of the board so far.
Thank you so much. That's really important, and I expected this question because that's a question I get from everybody calling me. Everybody meet me, but I just want to quickly say that it's not 3 years because I don't think Baka be a president for.
He said his third year.
Okay, so Waka has not been there for 3 years. I stand by that.
He went to
so this is 2026. Waka has not even completed his second year yet. He's in his second year. So these board members took positions in Liberia after President Boakai became president. and we have a provision in the OLM Constitution that deals with that. And as a board, we are in the process of implementing those provisions. We don't want to go into specifics because it's a personnel issue. These board members want to give them due respect, but we also owe it to the community to make sure that if you are not fully giving to the community, the community deserves.
What does the law say about
the law
being on the board?
The law, don't quote me direct, says that you have to have certain number of absences from board meetings, and if you don't have qualified excuses for not being on a board meeting, the board can, get rid of you. Okay, the board is not a thing. It's not a place you just come and you have your name registered and you can just do whatever you want. And what we are looking at here is actually trying to be safer, trying to make sure that the peace we have in the community prevail. But I think the community deserve a board member that is current on the ground in Minnesota, actively working, and that's what we are working to give them.
Have you received excuses for absence or that? Have you had meetings and brought this to your body?
Again, I don't want to speak to the specifics of that. We will get to the community after the July 26th. We will have a town hall, and most of these will be discussed.
Okay, so I mean, you not want to go,
and at that time we'll give specifics.
I know you don't want to put taking vote against you. Why you say
no?
When people do it, the chairman is gone.
This chairman, I was on the board and was not a chairman, and I still, was committed to this organization. Being on the board of OLM is not for the chairmanship. You can take the chairmanship away today. I will still be a member of this board if the community let me to be, and I will give it everything I'm giving without being chairman. So the chairmanship is an honor, but it's not what I need to be on the board.
Yes, I wanted to come in.
Yes, so like what the board chairman is saying.
How is it working with an incomplete board? How is it like for you?
Yeah, I am I am by virtue of my position as executive director, I'm secretary to the board.
They already warning you on live camera. Be careful.
So the chairman make it clear that they are already working on what is been obtained in regards to the question you're asking. So he can't get details, but he already promised you that after the July 26th, he will give a town hall meeting. But what I can tell you, we're going to have a board election this year. It's scheduled this year. And
is this something that the chairman was not willing to say that you letting out?
Well, no, the chairman know what the Constitution say. I can tell the board that based on, as a secretary of the board, I can advise the board, say, listen, this year, based on our Constitution, we should be having election. And they will say, go ahead. Then we appoint the election commission, they approve of it. As soon as the board approves of it, then that body become an independent body. So
after the July 26th noise, the election noise will be hearing around.
Where I will have to first tell the board, communicate to the board
that there is a need, or they see this offer.
Yeah, so I'll let the board duly inform, say, according to our thing they sent the last time, these are offer. For them, then the board will say, okay. Then they will naturally say, all right, go ahead and do it. And then we appoint election commissioners. Then I bring the election commissioner back to the board. Say, these are the election commissioners we appoint. And as soon as the board say, okay, they approve of it, then the election commission become an independent body for us at that moment.
All right.
So before this, the July 26 program, we are asking all county heads to have.
We just start that in with your closing.
Yeah. So again, for the July 26 program, we want all the county association and all the social organizations to have a page in our souvenir program, because during the program, all of the sponsors will have the name on the slideshow, and then we will hope that that can be reflective of all the different county organizations to show support of OLM. OLM support all of the county organization. This is my special appeal to all county organizations. And then again, we'll urge all county organizations to get a table at the July 26 board. If a county organization has a table, the county flag will be on that table.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have your county flag on the table. The advantage of reserving your table, if that table is reserved, whether you come 10 o'clock in the night, come late, nobody will take your seat. That's the advantage of having a table. Now, if you don't have a table, you just buy a ticket, especially so when your ticket is like the $50 ticket, another ticket, we don't guarantee your seat if you come late. So we normally have county organizations that will preserve the table in advance. But this time we're not going to do it because we've tried with other county organizations. And one county organization that I cannot name today consistently defaulted in the payment for 2 years.
But don't you think that's why we need to name and shame people? Because
Yeah.
the same people out there talking about OLM,
Yeah.
and if they
Yeah.
are not living up to their commitment,
Yeah.
why not name and
So
shame them?
this year, we're not going to give that courtesy to Nima County again.
Now you call the county.
Yes.
And at the Bochia County.
That will go check county. Now we're not going to get that courtesy to Nima County again because we don't want to do that. No, they have been working with OLM in close contact with all of what we do, very supportive. But in the last couple of years, I don't know what's going on, but they are still indebted to us. So it's one of the reasons why we will not be giving that courtesy to counties. So we ask the counties organization to get in contact with the board, with the July 26 committee chair and that. And what we did last year, we might be doing it this year again. So some of our students that graduated from college, we just did a sample and take about 10 and put it in the flyer for free and stuff like that. But that would be the decision of the July 26 committee chair. So again, my Liberian people, we are a one community. And if we do not work together as one community, how do we expect to succeed? It is okay to criticize your organization. It's okay to hold people accountable. But then my question to you, what are you doing as an individual to help your community to thrive? Is it the role of criticism and disparaging is the only thing you can do? President Kennedy says, ask now what America can do for you as a country, but what can you do for the Americans? If we at OLM are doing things that you think you can do better, join us. If you think you can help us. Because this is one community. OLM is not owned by Arthur Bia, neither any board member or only owned by me. OLM is owned by every one of us. And it is a good thing to present a united front. We will not give up on our quest to put everybody on the same umbrella. Because what happens if we have these celebrations, when the news go out there, they say the Liberian community in Minnesota, they wouldn't call an individual person. But it's through all of your collective efforts that name come to all of us as Liberian in the community. I would urge all of us to exercise restraint. Let's work in the spirit of unity and let's have a beautiful and wonderful July 26th celebration that once more Minnesota can go back on and on. As usual, we are open and available to you. If there's anything you need from us, any suggestion, we avail ourselves to you. And in advance, happy 179th Independence Day to come. Thank you very much.
Richard Gibson.
Everybody, my Liberian people, please, please,
Yeah,
we
they
look
look. You
forward.
can look at them over there.
Oh, here they are. So we look forward to seeing you all from Friday, July 20, from Friday, July 24th to Sunday, July 26th. We look forward to seeing all of you, every Liberian business, every student of Liberian descent, whether you were born here, born in Liberia, we expect to see all of you. Come and let's make this a fabulous, best of the best July 26 celebrations. And sponsors, I'm coming back to you all. I hope you will give us another chance this year. Thank you.
Mr. Butcher.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the management of KMTV. Thank you, Brother McGee, again for this opportunity. Like I said in my intro, OLM needs to tell its story, and I hope that this interview this afternoon is the beginning of that storytelling. I think you and I have had some discussion back and forth about doing this on a regular basis, where we can have an OLM hour so that OLM can be communicating through KMTV to the community. And I know that you are the perfect partner in doing that. And I hope we can explore that more going forward. I want to say to our Liberian people, one of the things that inspired me to come on OLM board, like everyone else, I have my own nonprofit. I was doing my own thing in the community. I was doing perfectly fine. I was getting a grant on my own. But I had two of my Caucasian friends challenge me on two separate occasions about how our community was perceived outside of the community. And based on those two conversations, I committed to coming into OLM. Because if we do not get involved, if you want to change, you can't change it from sitting outside there. You can back as loud as you want to, but you can't make that change. We have to get involved. This is our community. This is our image. This is our national pride. And I want to challenge all of you who has doubt about OLM. Get involved. Come to the July 26th this year. If it is your first time, you are welcome. Come and use that occasion to uplift our community pride, which is the OLM. OLM, we are not saying we want to be everything for everybody. Like my ED said, everybody can have their organizations. But what we are saying, in a home, there is one head, the father. And so all we are saying is we can all work together as Liberian organizations, as Liberian institutions, under the umbrella of OLM. That oneness of voice, that oneness of concentration will uplift this community. And that's why you see in other communities that you try to compare us with. Oh, this community is doing this, is doing that. Yeah, they all have their, divergence of views. But to the outside community, they go under one umbrella, one voice. And I want to say that OLM is your one voice in Minnesota. And we need to work together. Don't wait. If we're not coming to you, come to us. Bring your solutions. If you're identifying the problems, come to us with suggestions. We are open. And let's do this together as one community. We will have meetings and town halls after the July 26th. We want people to come to these town halls because your voices are needed for us to move this community forward. we'll have fundraising for that 400,000 to do renovation. We need people to come and give. The last time we did a fundraiser, people gave $2, people gave $3, people gave $10, and there were people that gave $1,000, and they all put together and were able to raise $60,000 as a down payment for this building we are sitting in. And I know we can do it again. Thank you so much for listening to us, and happy July 26th.
I tell you, the board chair out of Biadeg, climaxing this wonderful almost 2 hours on here. 1 hour 32 minutes on here, and it was a wonderful time. Earlier on, you heard Bishop Julia Gibson. She's the head of the Independence Day Committee, and then of course Kamati Dia is the executive director of the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota. Folks, let's keep moving, let's keep doing it. Like they all said, only unity can keep us all together and making sure that we can move our community. Let's come together, support the events and activities, and indeed we are going to be on the map, because like I said, I've gotten calls from a lot of people coming from other states, other people taking their vacation from Liberia to Minnesota just to be a part of what I call Minnesota Great Get Together. So until then, have yourself a wonderful time. We'll do this as often as we can as the activity is ongoing, and if there is any change, feel free, Madam Chair, to let us know, and we will also use our time to inform the community. But let me leave you with this one by Victor Jones. It's out there, it's playing everywhere, something that is spicing the upcoming Independence Day. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Everybody hear me out. Yeah. Everybody hear me out. Everybody hear me out. Come and lift your voice. Full of area today. Hey, oh. Hey, Liberian, you're a big year like a play. There's a nation on the coast of West Africa. Do you know her name? Liberia, Liberia. Do you know her name? Liberia, Liberia. Land of hope and liberty. A land where dreams can still be free. From the mountains to the sea, Liberia belongs to me. My father comes from there. Liberia, Liberia. My mother comes from there. Liberia, Liberia. My family comes from there. Liberia, Liberia. And I'm proud to call it home. Liberia, Liberia. Many tribes and many tongues, yet together we are one. Hand in hand we stand today. For Liberia we say, Liberia, yeah. Liberia. Our voice will
TV, legacy, communications, bringing the world closer to you. Liberia, Africa, and beyond, we are everywhere. Hey. From the cities to the towns, from the villages around, we bring the stories every day, keeping you informed all the way. News and sports, culture too, entertainment made for you. A trusted voice across the land, Legacy Communications takes a stand. So turn it on, don't miss a thing. Hear the voices, hear them sing. Together we're connecting lives, keeping hope and dreams alive. KMTV, KMTV, your voice, your vision on TV. Legacy Communications leads the way, informing and inspiring every day. KMTV, KMTV, the station for your family, from near and far across the nation, for your trusted communication. birthdays, weddings, special events, business adverts that make good sense, community stories, breaking news, the platform that's made for you. Radio, TV, media too, production services coming through. A brand that's growing strong and free, sharing Liberia's destiny. One people, one nation, building stronger communication. Together we will rise and shine. The future of media is bright.